It's another great day in Grand Bassa County, and I'd like to say welcome to this podcast. And we are live from Grand Bassa County, specifically in Buchanan, along the train track in Buchanan City. And this is Ablija TV, Ablija Radio. We are live, and specifically we've come as a team. And I have on the team Edmond Bwakai, who will be joining me at the same time. And I also have with me Dara Zoya, who happens to be the cameraman for today's broadcast. We're going to move to several, places to show you exactly what is going on. And it is good to inform you that there's some good work going on in Grand Bassa County, specifically as it relates to the expansion of the train track by Asla Metro Liberia. And today our motto is God is our plug, and I like it. And these shirts are being sold. You can also get yourself a copy of the brand that is so nice as well. But Edmond, let me say welcome to this podcast this morning.
Thank you kindly, and I would also like to say thanks to all of you who are watching us from Liberia and other parts of the world. We deeply appreciate all of you. And of course, it is part of our responsibilities to visit the different areas and know some of the different developmental initiatives, whether by companies or by citizens. We think it is part of our responsibilities. Thank you.
So specifically, we have come to show you work being carried out by Asla Metro Liberia. Disclaimer, this is Ablija Media own way of updating the public on a regular basis, by informing them. As you can see right there, just the technicians, if you were to look there, there's a new train track being built by the company, and this new train track that you're seeing, I'm being told by the engineers that this is where the different trains will be meeting on a daily basis. That means another train will be on this track, and there's a connecting points. So they are trying to actually construct close to 3 to 4 different connecting points. That means when the train comes from Yekepa, as may be aware, there are different trains that will be using this route. So when you come from Yekepa and there's another train coming from this way or this way, you will use the next railway, and this is just a connecting point that they are trying to carry out. This project has been implemented by the WBHO company, and they are the ones going out there to carry out this particular project. So this is right in the Grand Bassa. But Edmond, what is your take on having these kind of implementations ongoing within Grand Bassa?
What I think it is a plus on behalf of the company, looking at the fact that this will be almost like a transitional point where the trains will be able to have an exit point, and they will also be able to use the space as a way of crossing over smoothly, whether from Buchanan or from Nimba. We think that it is much more plausible, it is good, and they will also be able to create the space so that those who are using this train track can be able to have easy access, so that they will not have to wait until the trains from Buchanan will have to get to Yekepa before they use this same route. So from this point, they will also be able to at least move smoothly, and we think it's also a unique thing.
Well, we've not gotten the total amount being spent, but there's the current train track being used by the iron ore giants, Asla Metro Liberia. And Asla Metro Liberia is currently using this train track, as you can see right here. This is the old train track. So, but what happened is that Edmond, just a few months back, this same WBHO company was given a contract to remove those wooden plates, that were under the train track because it was leading to a lot of derailment. Yeah. So what you see them using on this new one, similar they did to the old one, is this a steel plate from right here. You see this? This is actually, a kind of steel plate they are trying to use in this process. So what has happened is that it's going to be more guaranteed as compared to what they had, previously as well. But what I'm also observing, Edmond, is that I'm seeing a couple of Liberians being used to carry out this job. What I've not understood is to know whether they are getting their just benefits, because they are doing hard labor job here. And I'm hoping that the Ministry of Labor could also come to, do some tour. If you just look at the back there, the train track is becoming bigger a bit. So just look, it's just from a distance there. And I'm being told, Edmond, this where we are about to cross. On this side, where this side they are clearing, let's go up here. So this side that they are clearing, I'm being told purposely that it's also going to condone some of the similar tracks they're trying to put the connecting points to. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3 different connecting points that they're going to be having. So this would be the mini train track here, and I also see another one there. and another one to be right here. So if you just zoom the camera, Darius, you're going to see the bulldozer trying to clear the area, laying additional, dikes and doing additional work because it's going to be used by, the team that is, carrying out this particular project.
With the remaining train tracks on the other side. So I think they have to ensure that more text is being placed in the direction the train can move smoothly. More of that, what we see also is a modern version of how the tracks are being well structured and designed. And I think the BHOSC has been involved with it kind of much technical and high labor function work, and that what we see here. Like I was asking you earlier with some of the works we see rubber texture material, and I was concerned as to what could be the durability of some of the items. But yes, they are technocrats. They know how the jobs are being done. And then I've not seen foreign nationals like years back, but both of the guys that I'm seeing from some of the observation, yes, dominantly they are all Liberians, and they are carrying out their different functions. So I think, well, it's a little bit laudable, and somewhere the other will be able to talk to some of them to share
we need to do more investigation on this particular process, Edmund. And the good thing here is that it's going to be a very beautiful point. There are kids who have not seen these things before. They're going to be saying, they train from one angle to another. And the last time I was just sharing with somebody as big as I am was just a reason I saw plane in traffic, that long. So it's going to be the first time to see a couple of trains, moving here on a daily basis. But what happens is this: with all of these different investments by the company to secure the iron ore, the return for the county is something we also need to thoroughly investigate, because I'm grateful that these things are being done. It adds value to our county. It adds value to our city. And I just want us to just remain like this. It adds value to Grand Bassa County. And I was just on the radio this when I was saying, if God, I said God is very smart.
Yeah.
If God had just taken this a portion of the sea and sent it to Nima County, but now Bassa had nothing to benefit.
That's true.
So all of these things are happening because of this little seaport. And everyone that wants to take, like the HPS that is coming, like those different groupings that are coming, they are coming because of this seaport.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if these things are happening, which we appreciate, the leaders should be able to look beyond and see how their people are being treated when they do this job. Luckily, we just came and we met the guys eating. They're eating very good meal.
And you see someone smiling.
I could see them smiling. I don't know. I could see fear in some of the bosses' faces. But I was wondering, why would the bosses panic when they see us around? Gratefully, all of us, so they were like panicking and all that. But gratefully is a good thing.
And you are correct, because the thing about it is, every individual expects to have benefits in whatever initiative that has been undertaken. So this is life as a whole. So Grand Bassa County as a county that gave birth to Liberia, considering the fact that yes, we got our seaport, and this is a medium through which most of the major goods or produce are being transported, like the iron ore. Now, Nima County does not have a seaport, but yes, Nima County has what God has blessed her with. So for Bassa, we must be able to actually benefit from what God has blessed us with. So if we have a seaport and ArcelorMittal is giving XYZ that have been agreed upon, that should be able to improve. Let's capture that. It should be able to improve the living condition of the commoners, the struggling Liberians, those who do not have any hope, but they think that their hope can be restored by government intervention. And I think government has a huge responsibility, and considering the company will play her part.
You wonder why he's running. The train is about to come.
Okay.
And I'm grateful that we just right on the track, you're going to see the number of wagons that the train is going to carry. So it tells you, with the huge number of wagons being attached to the train, it tells you the quantity of iron ore. Just imagine if you get close to 100 wagons, on the train. And each of those different, wagons that we normally call the buckets.
The buckets. Buckets.
Yeah, the train buckets. Let me put it in another way. The one we call the train buckets is taking iron ore, and they're coming up to 100 daily. At one, the train comes 2-3 times. Do you know what we're talking about? How many resources they're taking from our country? They're not watching these things here. They take them away out of the country. But yet and still, the place that these things are coming is still being treated badly. But the good thing is I'm grateful that they're doing the expansion. But it's set an expansion for the poor of Bassa is meant to improve on how they will bring more.
I think there are online factors. Though we are not being able to talk to the company to ascertain some of the details as to why there's a need to have these kind of design. But I think one will also be able to boost the strength of the company. Remember, Aslam is about to enter phase 3. Phase 2.
Yeah, phase 2 expansion
of the Terminal Development Agreement. Considering the fact that there's a need for massive improvement. One, there's a need for massive improvement. Obviously, if they were carrying 130 buckets or wagons, like you said, they will have to improve it to probably 200. So that means that the company will be raising more money. So as the company will be raising more money, there are folks along the train tracks that live here. They might think that yes, government is raising more money, but we're not benefiting, and that's why it is.
So let's just move back. Let's move back to the new train track connection points that they are building. So just this, the current one being used. This is the one being used right here. So let's go across there. The next one they are trying to use. And guess what? These racks are coming from right here. You may be aware we talked about the ZNH Mining Company. And one reason why we're very strong on the ZNH Mining Company is because how long it take the county to get a rack crushing machine that Asphalt Metal could purchase these racks from the county. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But there's a train track right here. I just want to
even by that means the county will raise more money,
more resources. But let's keep showing the train track. Darrell, just keep moving. You know, so that will move to show you the train track as you move gradually. You know, but there is the connection point they're trying to build somewhere there. We're going to walk there to show you what is going on. And the work is still ongoing. So I think this is exactly what it is right now. And it is very much important that we show this. But what do you think about it?
What I think is that the work is still ongoing, like you said. Even the current one that has been worked on has not even reached 50% yet, because some of the connecting lines are yet to be completed. And what we see is that they're still also observing as well, so that they can be able to complete the side, and probably the next side will get started.
So that will just walk to the joining points. So what you're saying, we're going to move. We'll show you what is very interesting right here. So you see this one here is a point they're trying to connect. And as we move gradually, you get to realize that when train come from the port or come from anywhere, they can have another joining point somewhere ahead of us there. So what is happening is that it's going to change. You know, it's going. I don't know, but Prince want to know about the train, so you will tell them. But they're going to be changing the tracks, you know, from right here as it stands. But it's important to show you what is ongoing from where we are. I don't want you to just keep showing the new work that is being done. It's very much important. Just look right there, as you can see from here. This is exactly what they are doing, and we mind to just show to you. So this is one side of it. Another side of the train track will be built that way as well. So we're trying to move.
And what I don't know, Elton, is that whether the both sides will connect to this one general line.
This is the general line they're going to connect.
The one general line that leads from Buchanan straight to Nima County. That's what I don't know.
Yes, but
what we see on the other side, the left side, the line currently connects to the general line. That's what we see. So only technocrats will decide whether both sides will be connected.
So Prince Wampo is saying that is the ballast sidings or the loop tracks. So it's called the loop tracks. So Ali will learn new word today. Okay. It's got. You see, it was good to call him to help us.
And what is it actually meant for?
So it's meant for the connecting point. So if you want to move ahead, you will see this joining with this. Just look right here, Edmund. If you want to look here, the distance from there, it keep curving all the way. So let's just move, and you're going to see it's curving.
And I'm seeing a strange design. So we don't know, but it's quite beautiful. That's what I can say for free.
So it's going to be connecting right here. So it's going to just be around here. This one, the building is not reaching Yekepa, from what I'm being told and what we've gathered. but it's just the loop tracks
Yeah.
where you can have, like now, if you have a look, you see a vehicle coming on the track, right? And the vehicle move like a train as well because it got the rails on it as well. So you see that vehicle coming. Just keep showing it. You see that vehicle coming, so for instance, a train is here, right? And that vehicle is coming. It's going to take the next track, and the next one continues. Like that. So that's exactly what they're doing. So it's going to be a good one. Just look, there's a design there I want you to see that will go into Edmond.
And it is that design that I'm yet to understand because it comes in a triangular form, and that's what I see. And so probably since One Blue is much more on top of some of how the designs are being built, he can also share with us why is it like this, because we felt that it was just curved in to connect to.
But Edmond, are you observing something? I'm not seeing the workers again. They were here previously.
We have a huge number of them. More than 100 plus.
Yeah, they left their shovels and everything right here.
Apparently, it will also be that this place is actually meant for lunch. You see what I'm seeing? This in a triangular form. Now, how will this place be connected? Which I don't know. See how it is?
But it's something that is necessary for our people. Honestly, you see. So that was just show the design right there. But all we can say is meant to, like you see right there now, they're trying to connect this with the track. So this is going to be connected with this track. Just look at the curve coming in Edmond and see where it's coming. So that means a train could be from here, and the train could also connect this place.
I'm seeing design as what it is meant for.
Well, I'm trying to get an engineer, but it seems that will be, he seems to be a bit busy. But we're going to get him again. But at the same time, I'm being told there will be another, loop track on this way as well. I think it's lunchtime, so I see the guys across the road sitting and eating their different meals as well. So it's lunchtime.
And this kind of design here is as far different from the previous area we just came from when we started live. And what we see here, I don't know whether it is retros or what, the clippers and all the kind of thing that are used to hold the track.
Yeah, I see iron.
You see, they are much different. And we don't know why they are different. So the engineer could interpret why these designs are like this. But it's quite important to note that this will also be able to help the train coming from Buchanan to join to the main road. Yeah.
So we see this is going Yekepa, and it's a real vehicle. It moves just right on the track. It is a real vehicle moving right on the track. So as you can see right there, I'm seeing another one coming, but I think they are trying to do some touring on this particular railway as well. But I think it's good. I'm seeing another. Okay, so continue from right there. Edmund, just go ahead. Let me have some adjustment.
Okay, so of course we, on top of some of these different developments, trying to do some findings so that we can know how far some of the different projects are currently were implemented by government, companies, or individuals. But it's good to bring to you what's happening. So currently we coming to you live from Buchanan City, Grand Bassa County, and this is part of ArcelorMittal's responsibility, quote unquote, to ensure that as she enters another phase of mineral development agreement, so at least this track can be able to contain additional trains, and they can also be able to have probably what you say they want to turn around or whatever way. But it's good to know, and we think that it's also important to bring to you actually what's going on here. So these guys currently, we have a huge number of them, but all of a sudden they disappear. Apparently they are currently on lunch, because when we came, we met bulk of them eating, and it's just a couple of minutes to 12. So we want to believe that they have gone as far as having lunch, and they are resting for the next couple of minutes before they can get started. So the kind of design here is far different from what we spotted earlier on from the beginning of this live. and which is very strange to us because we do not have the technical know-how. Only those who have the expertise can interpret why this design is the way it is. And you see that it is in a triangular form from this point with smaller parallel lines moving, and so we don't know why, but we're still here on the track, and we're bringing to you what's happening here. These guys have been here working for a couple of weeks now, so we think that's also important. And while the guys are working, they are also being checked on to know as to whether how far the work is, and so we are very hopeful that we'll share with you when this project will be completed, how long this project is going to last for, and what we can say for free that WBHOSC is on top of the implementation of this entire initiative that is currently ongoing. And so on the other side of the train track, there is an extension there that's also ongoing, and we'll know how many sides will be completed, whether they play two sides on the other side or just one as the way the design is, which of course is also important. And so folks, we want to say thank you very much for following us. Those of you who are following us, Elton is on the team, and Darius is also part of the team, and this is just the beginning of what we're going to do today. There are several places that we have also targeted to visit and to ensure that we bring to you some of these different developments. And of course, it is part of our responsibility. We take pride and pleasure in doing what we're doing.
Well, it's good. I want to say thank you so kindly to our team. We'll be back to show you more. But Dara Joy controls the camera angle. We hope that Grand Bassa will be a place that we always smile again. My name is Elton Tia, and